Good morning. Today I am going to teach the continuation part of the lesson, that is shapes. What is the lesson name? Shapes. So in that lesson I am already explained so the different shapes means three-dimensional shapes. That means we have called that solid shapes. Solid shapes. So we have seen so many things in our day-to-day life, so that are in the shape of cube, cuboid, cylinder, cone and sphere. Okay, so these are all I am explaining in the previous class. Are you understand, student? Yes, and also we have learned line, point, line segment. Line, point, line segment. So do you know that? Are you understand? And ray also. Okay. So point, it is a position. Position or a location on a plane surface. That is a point. Are you understand? Then line. It is a small figure and it has length but no breadth. And it has length but no breadth. And it can be extend endlessly in both the directions. And it can be extend endlessly in both the directions. So that is line. Okay. Then line segment. What is the definition of line segment? I am explaining the previous class. Mind it, the line segment. It is a part of a line. It is a part of a line and it has two end point. And it has two end point which we can never extend in both the ends. Are you understand? Then third one, ray. It is also a part of a line. It is also a part of a line. It can be extend endlessly in only one direction. That means it has only one end point. It has only one end point and it can be extend endlessly in one direction. Are you understand, student? So these are all I am explaining in the previous class. Okay. So in this class, so we will discuss some my practice on the line segment and ray. Okay. So observe here. State whether the following statement are true or false. True or false. True or false. So the first one, a line can be extended in both the directions. A line can be extend in both the directions. In both the directions. Okay. Then second one, observe. So this is A, B represents a ray. Represents a ray. Then third one, a ray has only one end point. One end point. Okay. Then identify and name the following. Identify and name the following. Name the following. Now observe the first question. A. So this is A. This is B. Then second one. Then C. Observe. This is AB. Then third one, D. already explained this one. A line can be extended endlessly in both the directions. So therefore it is true. It is true. Are you understand? Then what is this? Observe the line. It is not a ray, it is a line segment. So they given this represent a ray. No, it is not a ray, it is a line segment. So that it is false. It is false. So now observe the third question. A ray has only one end point. Of course, a ray has only one end point and you can extend a ray in only one direction. So that is correct. So that it is true. Are you understand? So then identify and name the following they asked. What is this? Observe the figure. We can extend endlessly in both the direction. It is called line. Line. Okay. So it is. See, it occupies space. Means on location and a plane surface. It is point. Then observe the third one. It has only one end point and it can be extended in one direction. It is called, what we are calling this? Yes, ray. It is a ray. Then observe the question D. It has two ending point. Okay, so we cannot be extend in endless in both direction. So that is line segment. The fourth one is line segment. This is line segment. Are you understand? So this is the my practice. Okay, so the next we move on to straight line. Next topic, next content. Next we move on to straight line. What is that? Straight line. So observe the straight line. Straight line. See, observe. Straight line. It cannot be bent. It cannot be bent. Straight line, it cannot be bent. You understand? So you know that if I bend the line, so that line is called curved line, not a straight line. If I bend the line, so that bending line is called curved line, not straight line. Okay, so then what is the meaning of straight line? See, it is a line that never bend. It is a line that never bend. Okay, so that is straight line. Mind it that. Are you understand? Straight line means it is a line that does not have bend. That does not have bend. So that's the meaning. It is a line that does not have bend. Okay, so you know the straight line. See, this is the straight line. Are you understand? That straight line can be horizontal, vertical and slant. Horizontal, vertical and slant. Straight line can be horizontal, vertical vertical and slant. And slant. Okay? Are you understand this one? Yes. See, the sleeping line is called horizontal line. The standing line is called vertical line. Are you understand? See, what we calling? Sleeping line is called horizontal line. So write on that. Sleeping line. Sleeping line is called horizontal line. Horizontal line. How it is there? See like that. This is horizontal line. Okay. Then standing line is called standing line. Standing line is called vertical. Is called vertical line. How it is there? See like that. This is the standing line. It is also called vertical line. Okay. The slanted line. If the line slant means like that. See, this is the horizontal. This is the vertical. Slant means like that. This is slant. See, slanting line is called oblique. Find it. Oblique line. So the standing line is called oblique line. How it is there? See, it is there like that. A, B. Are you understand? So this slanting line is called oblique line. Are you understand? So then we move on to plane shapes. Plane shapes. So in the previous class I am explained solid shapes. In that solid shapes I am explained cube, cuboid, cylinder, cone and sphere. So in the plane shapes, solid shapes are three-dimensional shapes, but plane shapes two-dimensional shapes. Two-dimensional shapes means they have length and breadth only. Length and breadth. Okay, or length and height. Are you understand? Or height and breadth. Only two-dimensional that have. Are you understand? So next we move on to plane shapes. Plane shapes. So plane shapes are two-dimensional shapes. Two-dimensional shapes, that means that have only length and breadth, or breadth and height, or length and height. So they have only two dimensions. Two dimensions. So this length, breadth, height, these are all called dimensions. So the plane shapes have only two dimensions, that is length, breadth, or breadth, height, or length, height. Okay, so only has two dimensions, length, breadth. Okay, now observe. So we can write this plane shapes in the plane shapes on flat surface. Flat surface. We can return that plane shapes on flat surface. See, now this board is the flat surface. Are you understand? So it has two dimensions. One is length, another one is breadth. Length, breadth. Two-dimensional class. Are you understand? So we can write these plane shapes on flat surface. Are you understand, student? Yes. See, observe it as plane shapes are two-dimensional shapes. Plane shapes are two-dimensional shapes. Two-dimensional shapes, and they have only length and breadth, only two dimensions. Are you understand, student? Only two dimensions. So in that I will take one first plane shape, that is triangle. First plane shape, that is triangle. So you have seen so many objects in the shape of triangle. Are you understand? So you have seen many shapes in the form of triangle. So you know that how triangle it is there. See like that. So this is the triangle. This is the triangle. So in the previous class I have explained. So the meaning of corner. Corner it is also called as vertex. Corner it is also called as vertex. So two line segments meet at a point. Two line segments meet at a point and form corner or vertex. Two lines meet at a point and form corner or vertex. Here observe. So these two lines meet and form vertex A. Vertex A or corner A. Understand? Then this line and this line, these two are meet at point and form the corner B. Corner B. Then the line, this line and this line, these two are meet at point and form vertex or corner C. Corner C. So in a triangle, how many corners are there? How many sides are there? Sides. Which are the sides? The line segment AB. See, the line segment AB and the line segment AC and the line segment BC. So these three line segments are called sides of a triangle. Three line segments are called sides of a triangle. Are you understand, student? Yes. See, AB, AC, BC. So the word corners are corners and sides. Sides. So the corner A, corner B and corner C. So these three are the corners. Then vertex, sides AB and BC and AC. AB, BC and AC. These three are the sides of a triangle. Are you understand, student? So the first plane shape is triangle. This is the smallest plane shape. Okay. So triangle, it has three corners and three sides. Okay. So the next second shape, that is rectangle. Second shape, rectangle. Rectangle. See, observe the figure. See, this is a rectangle. This is a rectangle. Are you understand? See, it has how many corners and how many sides? Corners, sides. Corners, sides. See, observe. So that these two lines meet at point and form corner A. And these two are meet and form corner B. Then these two lines meet at point and form corner C. Then these two lines meet at point form corner D. Corner D. So here how many corners are there? There are 4 corners. Which are those? Corner E, point A, and vertex B, vertex C, and vertex D. So there are 4 corners. Do you understand? Then how many sides are there? Do you know that the line segments are called sides of a triangle, sides of a rectangle? See, the line segment AB, the line segment BC, ECD and AD. These 3 are called, these 4 are called sides of a rectangle. So here how many sides are there? There are 4 sides. How many sides are there? There are 4 sides. One is AB, another one is BC, then CD, then DA. These 4 are the sides of a rectangle. Okay. So one more thing, one more important concept in the rectangle. See, the opposite sides are equal. Always equal in a rectangle. Opposite sides are equal in a rectangle. So which are the opposite sides? See, AB is opposite to DC. AB is opposite to DC and AD is opposite to BC. AD is opposite to BC. See here, observe AB. So this line AB is equal to CD. Okay, then the line AD is equal to line BC. Line AD is equal to line segment BC. So these opposite sides are equal in a rectangle. Are you understand, student? This is the second plane shape. Okay. So now in this class we have learned straight line. Straight line. It does not have bend the straight line. Okay. If I bend this line, that is called curved line, not straight line. Okay. Then straight line can be horizontal, vertical or slant. The sleeping line is called horizontal, the standing line is called vertical and the slanted line is called oblique line. Okay. And so we discussed some plane shapes. Okay. So in that first plane shape is triangle. Okay. So in the triangle there are 3 corners and there are 3 sides. And in a second plane shape, that is rectangle. So in that rectangle there are 4 corners and 4 sides. And one more thing, important content is there, opposite sides of a rectangle are equal. Opposite sides of a rectangle are equal. That must be important. Okay. Thank you, students.